Hey everyone, David with the Chapman Food Forest here. What I'm going to showcase a little bit of today is my Lila avocado, which I have allowed to do its own thing in that instead of mulching around it, I just let the weeds come up and self-mulch, create habitat, do all kinds of beautiful things for the soil. I just got out of the way, let Mother Nature do its thing. Now you'll notice a little clearing right here. I didn't do that. It's just grown that way for whatever reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant a comfrey there. And I'll talk about comfrey and its beautiful properties in a little bit. Here's the comfrey that I grew from a root cutting. Nice, healthy looking plant. So what I'm going to do is plant that there. A little bit different though. So what I do is I break out my trusty little snippers, come in, and I want to widen the area I'm planting a little bit so that I can do something called chop and drop. These weeds, their root system underneath is going to die back a little bit now, which is going to create organic matter in the soil. But I'm also saving these clippings because I'm going to do this. I'm going to plant it and just drop them all around where I'm going to plant the comfrey. As they break down, they're going to mulch, they're going to release the nutrients into the soil that the comfrey can take up and help it establish itself. Then, do a quick hole dig. Isn't it boring watching people just dig a hole? Break out the comfrey. Come on, big guy. Look at the roots on this bad boy. He's a dynamic nutrient accumulator. That's because of these roots. I'll show you a bigger comfrey and talk about what these roots do for us just a little bit. Get this guy planted in here. Throw on some water. And he's good to go. So I just learned a lesson as well. Make sure that you pay a little bit more attention to what you're planting in, because some of this was stinging nettles and my hands are freaking killing me right now. So if you see stinging nettles, don't be a dumbass like me. Wear gloves. So this is a larger version of the comfrey plant that I just planted. He's been here for probably about 4 months now. That's a rough estimate though. He's planted next to a poncho avocado, which is a nice cold hardy avocado. You can see the beautiful ground cover coming in and covering the mulched mound that I provided for the poncho avocado. But comfrey is a frickin' amazing plant. Oh my god. The biggest thing about it is it's what's called a dynamic nutrient accumulator. Sorry, I'll try and hold the screen steady. I get excited about this though. Anyway, so it's a dynamic nutrient accumulator. It sends roots way, way deep, like 10, even 15 feet deep into your soil. And what it does is it sucks up all the nutrients that are way down there and are leached through the topsoil and upper levels of the soil that your other plants are no longer able to access. So let's say that some animal comes and urinates on your plant, which is actually good, and your tree is able to take up a little bit, the ground cover takes up a little bit, some of that maybe gets stored in the humus, however you pronounce that, one day I'll look it up, of the soil. It's taken up by surrounding, but some of it leaches down further. Well, that's exiting the nutrient cycle. Well, if you have comfrey on your land, well, then you have nutrient cycle help, because they're sending those roots way down deep brings it up into these big, huge, beautiful leaves. Look at the size of these suckers. And this is an immature plant still. This thing will get way bigger. So what you do on occasion is you come by and you do chop and drop. You chop and you drop. Those nutrients are now back available to the tree as that leaf breaks down, to the ground cover. Maybe the humus will take some more up, whatever. So if I want to feed my garlic chives over here, boom, he is now fertilized. These suckers are actually edible. I haven't tried them yet. I don't know what's blocking me, but I will soon, and I'll make a video about it. They're what was traditionally known as bone mend. If you broke a bone, you'd take this sucker and you'd put it on your skin where the break was. Because they take up so much calcium and magnesium, it actually gets absorbed through the skin, and I wouldn't be surprised if it really did in older times, especially when we were deficient in those things, help the bone heal faster. Amazing. This stuff is crack for chickens. In fact, chickens are eating one right here. Yummy! Chickens know comfrey is extremely high in protein. I hope to one day have thousands of comfrey on my property so that the chickens don't have to be supplemented with corn anymore, 'cause that's crap. So the chickens are just eating away at the comfrey to the point that often I have to cover comfrey plants to let them recuperate from the chickens' damage. But that's good. The chickens know that these plants are extremely nutritious for them because they're bringing up all these incredible nutrients and they're benefiting. I get my cuttings right now, root cuttings, from a place called Comfrey.wmv. It's a real nice guy. He's really passionate about comfrey. COESCOMFREY.com. Coes Comfrey. In the future, as my plants are more mature, then I'll create my own root cuttings and such. But for now, I'm buying through him, and he's sending me really quality material. Anyway, as always, you can go to ChapmanFoodForest.com and discuss this and talk food forestry with me. Signing off. Thanks, everyone.